In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to choose a name for your LLC company. Choosing an LLC name is very important when starting an LLC. You not only want to choose a name that will reflect your business, but you want to choose a name that will allow others to feel good about your company. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to name your LLC. Hey there, I'm Andrew, an attorney at Molai Law, where we help entrepreneurs set up their company. So let's go ahead and talk about how to name your LLC. Choosing the right name for your LLC can be essential for the success of your business. The name that you decide to have for your LLC will last forever. Not only will it last forever, but it's important when building your brand. And it is also important in building your company's reputation. Now, allow me to provide you with some tips when deciding on a company name. One important tip is that you create a name that is easy to spell. When customers or clients are attempting to search your business, you're gonna wanna make sure that the language in your name choice is simple so that people will be able to find you. The second tip is to keep the name of your LLC short. The reason why I say this is because shorter company names are easier to remember. So when you have customers or clients referring your business to their friends or families, they'll be able to remember what your LLC is called. The third tip is you want to choose a name that resonates with people, that leaves them feeling good and confident after reading your business name. Now, in order to determine whether or not your name choice is available, you're going to have to check your state's database in order to determine and confirm that your name is available to use. Keep in mind, this process is something that the Molai Law team can help you with. Now, the reason why you want to be able to search your name in your state's registration is to make sure that you don't infringe on other people's names. The last thing you want to do is infringe on another company's name and rights. It is important when you're actually creating a business name that you differentiate that name from existing companies. You don't want to choose a name that is similar to already existing companies. So before you do anything, before you file the documents with your state, before you register anything, make sure you do a name availability search. It is important to note that when creating an LLC, when choosing a name, you must have the name and then it must end with limited liability company or use an abbreviation such as LLC. The most common abbreviation is going to be LLC. We have found that that is the most popular option and the most well-known. For example, let's say that Tom wants to start a trucking business. He decides that he wants to use the name Tom's Trucking, and so he searches on his state registration to make sure that the name is available for use, and he finds to his excitement that it is available. So when he registers the company with his state, he must put Tom's Trucking LLC. He cannot just put Tom's Trucking alone. So it's important to have that abbreviation at the end of the name. Again, using the abbreviation such as LLC is a requirement when forming an LLC. It is also important to note that your LLC cannot imply that it is a corporation. In fact, you're not allowed to use the words corporation or incorporated or the abbreviations corp or inc anywhere in your LLC name. So say for example, let's go back to Tom. Tom wants to start a trucking company, but he is going and he plans to form an LLC. He cannot use the name Tom's Trucking Inc. or Tom's Trucking Incorporation. This is prohibited. So now I want to go ahead and expand on something I talked about earlier, which is distinguishing your business name from existing names. When you search your business name in the state registry, you must make sure that when you see other company names on that registry, You cannot use or choose a name that is similar to existing companies. It must be distinguishable. And the reason why I say this is because the state will not approve your LLC if there is an existing company with your desired LLC name, or if there's an existing company that has a very similar name to the name that you have chosen. So now I want to go ahead and provide you with some examples so that you can better understand what I'm talking about in terms of distinguishability. For example, a person wants to start a tea business. There's already an existing company with the name Tea Green LLC. The person wanting to form a new company looks it up in the state registry and sees the name Tea Green and decides that he wants to use the name Tea Greens with an S at the end. Now, that is an example of the name not being distinguishable. The only difference in that name is that the person added an S. So you have one existing company which is called Tea Green, and then you have a person wanting to start a company wanting to call it Tea Greens. There is no distinguishability in this name, and it's likely that the state would deny the application of the LLC for the very reason of similar names. So say for example, the person wanting to create the tea business sees that, oh, the person called their company Tea Green Limited Liability Company. Now the person's telling themselves, I can name my company Tea Green, but instead of putting Limited Liability Company as an abbreviation, I can use the words LLC. As stated earlier in this video, the mere term of LLC or Limited Liability Company at the end of the name is a designator. Just because a company has LLC and you choose to use Limited Liability Company, that does not distinguish the name. It is likely that if you were to try to change that designator, the state would still reject your application for your LLC. If you happen to have any questions about anything that I talked about in today's video, please make sure you click the link in the description box below to book a free consultation with a professional who can provide you with more information and can help you and guide you through the process of selecting a name for your company. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button as well as the bell. That way you won't miss out on any future videos and you'll be notified once we post a video. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise. If you would like to continue learning more about LLCs, the benefits, the advantages, click here, choose one of these videos.